Hey there, what's up? I'm Griff. I'm joined by Jordan. Pickford. You're not Jordan forward. Hey there, it's Griff. I'm joined by Jordan from the PCGamesN sites.
Hey guys.
He's just been to see all the Ubisoft games at the Ubisoft Conference. He's got a nice new hat from it. But that's not the star of what we're talking about today. We're talking about the 5 biggest games from the Ubisoft Conference you need to know about. Let's roll it. Okay, so number 1, the headline act of the Ubisoft Conference. For me, Watch Dogs Legion. The rumors were true, you can control literally anyone.
Yeah, I mean, I still, there's a part of me that doesn't fully believe it, but because all the characters in the gameplay footage had such, like, they had full accents, they had full VO, they seem to have storylines behind them, and I just can't figure out how they're going to make it so you can do that for everyone.
Yeah, and you brought up a good point about the grandma. Like, why would you want to play as a grandma? She's really slow and, old.
Yeah, but she seemed to be a good hacker, and I'm hoping that the perception of people was oh, it's a granny, she's harmless, and you'd be able to use that to well, as you saw in the trailer, just shoot people in the head. Because
you wouldn't expect a granny to do that. Now the accents, they were pretty bad. What do you think about the accents?
Yeah, not the most convincing British accents, but what was convincing was the realization of Camden Market. I've been there quite a few times, and it really did feel like you were there.
Go get yourself a deal. Maybe you can go in there as a granny and buy a cheap band t-shirt.
Yeah, although they only seem to do human trafficking, which you shouldn't do.
Because this is a near future London, isn't it? It's all got drones all over the place and stuff.
So the last thing that we should probably mention is that they quite explicitly said it's post-Brexit, right?
Yeah.
Which is very strange, especially for the apolitical games publisher Ubisoft.
Brexit actually happened. But Jordan, you know what I really want to know? Can you control the final boss and just fling yourself off a roof? What do you reckon?
I'm going to say no.
Oh. Next up, we saw Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and Ubisoft had one all-important change they wanted to announce. What was that?
So originally they said you're not going to have any human AI companions like you did in Wildlands, but they seem to have gone back on that and said basically we heard the community and we're going to bring back human AI companions.
So complain enough and people will listen to you, I reckon.
Yeah, a good life lesson from Ubisoft there.
Yeah.
But what else did we see?
We saw an amazing array of environments. So before we only saw a bit of the jungle stuff, but we saw poppy fields, we saw snow-covered mountains, we saw canyons, and we also saw a bit of skydiving. And let's not forget, Jon Bernthal is in the game. Who does he play?
So he's the leader of the Wolves, which are the kind of like, you're the ghosts, they are ex-ghosts, and they have taken over an island because they want to get hold of all the Skeltech and basically take over the world.
Okay, so you team up with your AI buddies and, you shoot Jon Bernthal and his crew. It seems a bit like Wildlands in a new setting. Like,
yeah,
a bit underwhelming.
It's not. I'm not particularly excited for it. I mean, especially not when compared to the next game.
Yeah, oh, what a downer. At least you got the hat, though. All right, third up. This is a game that I know you're very excited about. It's Rainbow Six Quarantine. It's basically Rainbow Six with zombies in, right?
Yeah, so it's if you played Outbreak, which was this kind of limited time mode they did for Rainbow Six Siege, it looks like kind of the same thing. We know some of the same characters are in it because we see Ella in the trailer, but what Ubisoft is saying is that this is a 3-player co-op PvE tactical experience. Quite the mouthful, that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard to say if it's actually Outbreak 2 or if it's just kind of riffing on the same ideas, because we see this kind of like black inky liquid coursing up the arm in the trailer, and that doesn't remind me of Outbreak, but then what does is zombies and the fact that Ella's in it from the Polish Grom, so I'm hopeful. I mean, I feel like a few people might be a little bit upset that it's not Rainbow Six versus terrorists.
Yeah.
It's another kind of you're against monsters kind of thing, but I'm still excited. I really liked Outbreak. I wish there was more of it, and I was kind of sad to see it go when it finally left the game. So
as a fan of zombies, that's right up my alley. Jordan, when can I start shooting the zombies?
So they say that Rainbow Six Quarantine is going to be out in early 2020, so less than a year to wait.
Okay, cool. So fourth up, we've gone from undead zombies to a game called Gods and Monsters. Now, where did this come from, Jordan?
Kind of from nowhere. So the studio is the same guys that made Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We knew there was going to be a break in the Assassin's Creed series. We didn't know what they were going to fill it with. They're saying this is like their most ambitious game yet.
Yeah. Looks lovely.
I don't really know what it is.
Yeah, there was no gameplay. It was just a CGI trailer, admittedly a gorgeous CGI trailer. But what type of game is it? We don't know. On the site, it said it was an action-adventure. So, it's a good studio, good pedigree behind that. Pretty exciting. But at this point, we can only really just look at the trailer and enjoy that. All right, fifth up, I'm going to throw you a curveball here, Jordan, because this entry is not one game, it's over 100 games. That's because Uplay Plus is launching very soon. It's Ubisoft's new subscription service. You pay $14.99 a month, and you can access a load of games. You can access modern games like, Rainbow Six Siege, Division 2, and you can also access classic retro games like Beyond Good and Evil, Prince of Persia. So, pretty good stuff there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot cheaper than some of the competitors. It's coming to Google Stadia as well, which is worth mentioning.
Yeah.
But the other cool
That's
thing...
in 2020, right?
Yes, 2020.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the other cool thing is that you get a bunch of deluxe and premium content as well. So it's not like you just get the base game. If you sign up to it, you'll get all those extra skins and founders, all that stuff.
Wow, so you just subscribe to that, and you can, for instance, go into Assassin's Creed Odyssey and you'll have the unicorn skin waiting for you. Ride around on a big unicorn.
I presume so. You'd have to ask Eve.
Eve, can we do that? Let us know in the comments below. Cheers, buddy. So there we go. Those were the 5 biggest moments from the Ubisoft conference. Jordan, what's your pick?
Well, you didn't really mention the Just Dance.
Oh, how did I forget the panda? Man, that panda can dance. Anyway, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment under the video telling us what your moment of the Ubisoft conference was. Thank you for watching, and thank you to Jordan for joining us
In this blistering heat.
Wow. See you later.